Good morning, mambo vipi, popote ulipo, karibuni tena hapa, this is Swift Media. My name is MJK. Na siku ya leo ninaye NYAMU ambaye atakuwa anazungumza hapa muda sio mrefu, ambapo katika haya mazungumzo ambayo anaenda kuwekea ni mazungumzo ambayo ameyazungumza na Vibes Radio, ambapo amefunguka mambo mazito sana kuhusiana na mahusiano yake na SAMIDOH, ambapo amedai kwamba yeye na SAMIDOH waliachana, hawako pamoja, ila SAMIDOH anatekeleza majukumu yake. Katika mazungumzo haya, Karen pia amefunguka mazito kuhusiana na kazi ambayo alipewa na Rais William Ruto kama seneta wa kuteuliwa na chama cha UDA katika serikali ya Kenya Kwanza, na ameeleza utofauti wa NYAMU ambaye ni baby mama wa SAMIDOH na NYAMU yule ambaye ni seneta. Mambo mengi sana utayasikiliza katika interview hii ambayo ni courtesy of Vibes Radio. Enjoy kusikiliza. Baada ya kusikiliza mazungumzo haya, uniambie maoni yako ni yapi kutokana na yale ambayo NYAMU ameyazungumza hapo kwenye sehemu ya comments, lakini usisahau kusubscribe hapa Swift Media ili kupata exclusive updates kama hizi kila wakati.
Let's talk about your love life, Madam Senator. What's going on? Are you in talking terms with SAMIDOH? Have you moved on, especially from whatever happened to Dubai?
I am very single, but of course me and him have children. And one thing about the father of my children, SAMIDOH, is he might not be many things, but he's a responsible dad.
Yeah.
He does what he's supposed to do about the children. Whether or not I am talking to him, hata nikimlenga akijua, for example, mtoto anaanza shule na anajua ni nini ata contribute, atatoa do, azin hizo ni vitu yeye hufanya. Hata kama kwangu yeye uniangusha, lakini hajawahi angusha watoto.
Umesema yeye kuangusha in one way or the other, yeah?
Ama
alikuangusha. Yeah, how has motherhood changed you, and how has it made you like a different person, maybe socially, professionally, nini?
Hata sikumkangi hizo siku before nipate mtoto. Motherhood is beautiful. I love motherhood. It's a beautiful feeling.
After dubs uliachana nayo.
Kwani ilitengenezewa nani na ulizanga?
After dubs uliachana nayo.
Kwani ilitengenezewa nani na ulizanga?
Hey, that's the energy mood, like.
The thing is, let me tell you, do you know guys think I'm a drunkard? I'm not a drunkard.
Yeah.
Like me kunywa Heineken. Hiyo ndio drink yangu. Hiyo siku, okay, let's not go to that. Hiyo siku nilikuwa nimekunywa makali, lakini me kunywa Heineken, and I don't drink every day, and I'm not a drunkard, lakini ka Heineken kangu 2, 3 bado kako.
Hey, that's the energy mood, like.
The thing is, let me tell you, do you know guys think I'm a drunkard? I'm not a drunkard. Like me kunywa Heineken. Hiyo ndio drink yangu. Hiyo siku, okay, let's not go to that. Hiyo siku nilikuwa nimekunywa makali, lakini me kunywa Heineken, and I don't drink every day, and I'm not a drunkard, lakini ka Heineken kangu 2, 3 bado kako. Nasikia poa, niko energetic, I have goals to meet and deliverables for the country. And I'm excited and grateful for the opportunity.
Umeanza mwaka fiti. Leo sisikii poa sana, jana jioni nilikuwa hosi, lakini nimesema siwezi cancel. So I think nimecancel mara kadhaa, nikasema Bede jana vile tuko na bonga na producer Yego akasema I was actually very concerned, nikasema bra, please make this thing happen, because I know she's very busy. You know, things are different now, especially in your new role as a nominated senator. How is it working this job compared to your previous commitments?
Well,
jobs?
Nothing prepares you for how busy it is actually. Unajua mtu usema wacha nipigeni hii kiti, nikifika hapo kuna starehe nini do, ama siji mtu fikiria hivyo. No, it's very, very involving. It's especially if you have passion to make a change in the society and to leave a mark. It's very involving, and I mean, it's quite demanding. I never saw it coming. This is not how I pictured to
when ulikuwa na picture itakuwa aje?
Nilikuwa nafikiri kwa na off day kama you know, like 3 off days, nifanya kazi 4 days, as in you work at your own pace.
Just imagine.
But
now you work back to back.
Now we're on recess, so we are not atuko bunge, lakini bado you find yourself working on bills, researching, holding meetings.
So for
workshops.
This is a very youthful show, by the way, Vibes Radio. Big up MVPs, najua sana tusikiza, and many people have been looking forward to this conversation. So kuna a youth man, a young girl, ama a young guy anatusikiza sahi, can you just explain what your role is as a nominated senator?
Basically, a nominated senator is just like any other senator. Our roles are exactly the same. The Senate as a house role is to oversight the county government, but on its legislative duty, which is just like the same as Senate, you can make laws on anything under the sun. Our duty in Senate is also to tackle issues of impeaching the president. And Senate has powers to summon anybody in the country, including the president, ministers, governors, to come and answer questions of public interest.
Right.
And basically to oversight the county government, to legislate, and to handle issues of impeachments of the president and the vice president.
Yeah, this must be very exciting, especially because first of all, obviously you're a woman senator, but you're youthful.
Yes.
Inamaanisha kuna energy mob. The people are expecting you to take something different to the table. Unafaa kuwa na innovations,
the expectations are high.
Yeah.
Watu wanajua mimi ni demu wa mtaa, so wa mtaani watu kuna expectations kubwa, wanaona kama mimi ni savior wao, manze siwezi kuangusha.
Vile nafa.
Was it your dream to get into politics? Was it your plan at some point?
I really admired politics, and I had close friends in politics from when I was at the university.
Yeah.
So it was kind of a goal, but I didn't have a plan of how exactly I will get into it, but I found myself in politics in 2015, 2016. And then I vied for woman rep in 2017.
Yeah.
And my experience, my first experience when I vied, I can say, it was an invaluable experience. Even if I didn't make it, I mean, that's an experience I really thank myself for throwing myself out there.
Yeah.
Because it put into perspective everything. Because after that, I also got an opportunity to serve in the Nairobi Water Board. Yeah. And so it opened me to public service. And so I understood how come you can get into a space with big dreams and big expectations and radical changes you want to make. And then you don't, by the time, like, what I dreamt I would do in Nairobi Water, I was not able to do in the 3 years. So you understand how government works and a lot of bureaucracy, and manze, you have to be radical and you have to be kichwa ngumu, and what if you want to make
radical unamaanisha nini by the way?
Radical unamaanisha mtu sio lazima ufuate rules.
Exactly, like a rebel.
Yeah, mtu sio lazima ati I mean, you're limitless. Unajua hata kama hapa inakuanga hivi, you can find your way and deliver for your people, even if there are roadblocks and bottlenecks here and there.
Yeah, how did your family take viliwasho sasa unade kwa senator? Uliambia nani first? Was it your mom?
Ati vile niliona
vile uli decide to run for senate?
Niliambia my dad.
Yeah.
Na okay, because alikuwa na experience at 2017, the one he resisted. The first time I was vying, he wasn't very keen about it.
Yeah.
I mean, he was not very supportive. In fact, alikuwa ananipiga simu niko usiku, niko Magetu, ananisomea. What if na kitu kufanyikia huko, unafanya nini Mathare saa hii usiku nini? Mpaka ananikatia simu like
amejam.
But he has always known I'm just a go-getter. What I decide to do, I just go ahead and do. So 2022 was very smooth. He was very supportive. And we actually did this campaign with him, even if I stepped down at some point. Yeah, he was very involved.
So Leonard Etunge, the UDA youth agenda, because clearly we are the majority in this country as a youth.
Yeah.
And I'm just curious, by the with the power and the influence that you have right now, discover nini ndo shida ya ma youth sana. What are we really going through? No mesema, you can try and find solutions to our problems. Nini ume notice?
Shida wa youth wanna go through sana ni kusota its brokenness.
Yeah.
And unemployment is a desperate situation. Nikikuonesha kama sahi ma DM zangu, people believe niko na jobs mahali, ukini DM tu utapata job. I have so many DMs of guys asking me for jobs. Hata nikukubebe handbag, hata ndafagia, desperate situation.
Anything.
Yeah, so that is the biggest challenge and the biggest burden in my heart and in my head that youth are facing right now.
Yeah.
But because it's an old situation, I mean, it's a situation that has been there. We have found it. it is not time to complain. It's time for the government to implement the roadmap that we had for the youth right from the campaign time. The president and the government made a commitment to expand kama hii historia hii 50 billion imepeanwa ya Hustler Fund. The main objective for this money ni kuinject kwa small and medium size enterprises. As they grow, as they expand, it's going to create jobs for the youth. Also, the government is supporting youth talent and sports. This way, the youth are going to find an opportunity to express their talent and grow their talent and make money that way. And also, this prevents them from being involved in usage of drugs and just idle things, habits that come from idleness.
Yeah.
And also, you cannot empower the youth without equipping them.
Of course.
So you have to give them skills, not necessarily degrees, because a very small percentage of our youth are going through the universities. So the government has recognized this.
But don't know Kiswahili juu kuna wase wanasikiza all day from Moyale, Garissa.
Mnaongea Kiswahili huku?
Yeah, of course. Huku hivi kwa ground.
In the radio ground. So hakuna vile unaweza sema unasaidia kijana mwenyewe, especially situation yetu hapa Nairobi. You'd be very surprised watu wangapi hawakwenda mpaka form 4. Because nakumbuka 2017 vile Sonko aliingia. Sonko ni mtu wa vijana sana, na tulipalan kupatia vijana like 2000 jobs za kanju za hizo au makara wa kanju. Lakini sasa zile tulizoisha documents unakuta kama more than 50% hawana form 4. So these are not people who you're going to render useless just because they didn't get to form 4. You equip them with skills in tertiary institutions. Na ndio unaona hata Kenya Poly inatengenezwa university like unapata degree lakini ni ya technical skills. Si ya your ordinary degrees zile tunajua ya zama theory. So when you equip this group, this uneducated group or semi-literate, I don't want to use a demeaning word, but when you equip them with skills,
tuseme tu energetic youth.
Ama tuseme mbogi.
Mbogi, squad.
When you empower mbogi, na hizo skills unawapatia opportunity wengi kwa job market, na wajimudu kilife, na that's how they pay taxes, na country na grow.
Unajua bedhe tukianza conversation, even when we were looking forward to you checking into the studio, tukona bonga tu na Raila, Dab, I'm sorry bro.
It's okay.
Tukiangalia the front page news nini. Unajua one thing about the youth agenda, hata ile serikali ya Uhunye and even the one for Kibaki, there's always been a youth agenda. Hata ile de yenye kina Kibaki, na Rawa alikuwa ma young tax nini. People have always talked about kweka issues za youth ikwe priority, right?
Yes.
But you can't feel the impact. Hadi sahi Dab ulikuwa unaniambia vile ndio serikali nasema all these things nini, we have amazing senators like NYAMU nini. There are many, a very very youthful parliamentary group, but impact Karen, we can't feel it on the ground. In your own words, unadhani tutafeel impact ya ku empower youth? How long will it take before the youth wataanza kusema hii serikali ya Ruto yenyewe inafanya works?
I feel like we're on the right track because inject 50 billion a year kwa economy. Unajua si kitu ndogo. That is something Kibaki did. He injected 50 billion, I think, his entire term. And we felt it. So, kutoa watu kwa story ya Shylock na kuchukua cheap loans. Juu wewe unaweza kwa hauna haja ya hiyo do. Lakini kuna watu inakam kusave vibaya sana. So, those guys, as they grow, because uta grow, you'll need a hand. I don't know if you know how economics work. Economics has working ati kujeni sasa gava iko na jobs, chukueni hizi jobs. No, you create an environment, and the president is busy creating an environment left, right and center. Like he said the other day, unga haitokagi kwa super. Unga haitokagi kwa supermarket. Unga inatoka kwa mahindi right from the farm. So when you start ukianza mikakati pale kwa shamba, you're projecting the price of unga in a year. It doesn't have to change today, but definitely in a year, given the steps that we have made, obviously, automatically, unga itashuka. So that's the same.
This is the Modern Vibes on Vibes Radio.
Morning the world. Kwa mjadala. Yes, and we're having an amazing conversation with the nominated Senator NYAMU. So kama kuna maswali ingia hapo kwa social media, ask them, nenda kumuuliza by there. Yes, and come to join right now. Remember, you can stream live on www.vibesradio.co.ke. We are live on Facebook as well as on YouTube.
Hiyo kamera iko wapi inaonyesha siona. Inaonyesha sura.
Zote tuko na kamera tano hapa hivi kwa studio. We are audio visual. Yes. Now, Madam Senator. But your Gina Madam, you know, it's like, are you okay with it?
Madam, no, what didn't Gina?
Nimecheki some women just don't like it.
Kwa tu sawa.
Anaona ai mazi. Sasa wewe Kev unahitaji wasi ati madam. Anyway.
Sinanga hang up. Sasa siwezi notice anything.
So bado tuko kwa mambo ya siasa. And I just want to pick your brain. Unajua kuna some wako kisema ati, you know, maybe Raona the handshake between of course himself and President Ruto. And pia tumetoka kwa situation ya handshake. You know, in the recent past between President Uhuru and Raila Odinga. The benefits of that handshake is that it will create some sort of stability at a very divided situation. You know, maybe there's a bit of tension in your time. Do you think it's a good idea to continue direction? Maybe to check Ruto or Musalia Mudavadi, or, you know, just kind of tone down the political energy in the country?
I call that impunity of the highest order.
At impunity.
Yeah. Kwa sababu hii country kuna sheria, and this is a country that upholds the rule of law. Elections tulifanya, winner alideclariwa, akaapishwa mchana peupe, and we went through all the processes including the Supreme Court. So easy side shows tunaona, and I mean Raila has done them before and he has succeeded. Unaweza sema handshake ilipoesha mambo, mimi siwezi sema okay ilipoesha mambo kwa sababu sio lazima kuwe na handshake ndio kupoesha mambo. Tuliona Ruto the other day alikuwa Kisumu and he was well received. I just feel that this is unnecessary and very unfortunate that a grown person, mtu mzima, kiongozi ambaye ako na heshima kwa hii nchi, anaona tu make utterances, illegal utterances, incite vijana, take advantage of vijana, ndio yeye mwenyewe akifika hapo kwa handshake ajibenefit vile labda alijibenefit last time, because what can you say, how ndio walifanya mabiashara kwa hiyo government imepita, as in it was just commercial for them. I don't support President Ruto sitting down with Raila to discuss anything, and he has made it very clear that he doesn't have space for that. So Raila is within his right and his people to picket, to do rallies, as long as they're not breaking the law. They're not going to destroy property and all that, and they're not going to cause an insecure situation. But some of the utterances they are making,
ndo kuna shida sasa
hizo. Mi naweza sema they are not above the law. Mimi ningekuwa president, wange face law.
Let me ask you now,
wange questioniwa.
With due respect, kuna wase wanadhani they were rigged out, wanasema hii serikali ya Ruto ilirig elections.
Unajua hiyo ni stories za jaba. Kwa sababu hizo ni stories za jaba.
Cheki wamesema wakuna evidence. Kuna ule msanii tuangaje ati sijui whistleblower. And they can substantiate the evidence.
Hiyo ni upuzi. Kwanza huyo whistleblower mwenyewe ni mtu wao. Ni mtu alikuwa anawafanyia job. In fact alikuwa na wadai. Alisema wako na dini yake wakakosana kidogo. Sasa yeye sijui ndio walisikizana wakakaa chini tena ikakuwa, yani hiyo ni mboka tu yao yote. Trust me, and they are aiming at sharing the government. And this time round they must be stopped. They must be stopped because there is a clear plan for this country that the president is implementing. And we don't want the diversionary tactics. We don't want distractions on the president. I don't support what they're doing, and I don't support that they should be accommodated. And we understand Raila is quite popular, and the margin by which he lost is not that big. And that's why the president was going ahead to create the official opposition office through parliament, and he had instructed parliament that let's create this official opposition office so that the Raila is under the government and is keeping the government in check, not at his own cost but at the cost of the government.
All right, so let's switch some gears. Nada sasa tuonge mambo ya youth once again. Of course, all this in one way or the other iko related to the youth agenda.
Yeah.
Social media. Hapo hivyo ndo sasa, base ya mavijana, and a lot of Kenyans are there. People talk. Personally, mimi naona kuna hate mob happening kwa social media. I'm curious because umekwanga a bit of controversy hapo hivyo. We also know very well that you've been facing the UDA disciplinary committee. Your outcome imekuaje bede? Your conversation bado iko ongoing ama mlimalizana ya your disciplinary committee ya UDA?
Disciplinary committee bado iko.
Yeah.
That's an internal affair ya chama.
Yeah.
I don't want to say what I think about it hapa. Because as much as it's not the whole party involved, I mean whatever I say about it is going to might not look so good.
Yeah.
But story ya social media, na you're talking about trolling.
Yeah, you've been a victim of serious trolls hapo kwa social media from my angle. Nikicheki hapo hivyo.
Karibu nikwambia wewe ndio unaona zikiwa serious.
Okay, I don't know. Okay, first of all, wewe handling aje hizi maruma zote? We've heard stories about you, maybe you've beefed with somebody, nini, or you were seen in another country, all these things. How do you handle the back and forth kwa social media?
The thing is, when I got into the limelight, how I got myself into the limelight was through negative trending. Jina yangu even 2015 ilijengwa na negative trending. What had happened that time, this businessman called Jacob Juma had died, and he happened to be a client of a law firm I used to work in, so we knew each other. And so there was a rumor that he has been killed by so and so because of me, and story kama hizo, alafu mablogs huku sijui gold digger. So the first time ilini affect. Na nakumbuka nikiingia mpaka kwa gari nikifika home niko kwa gari before nishuke mpaka nikilia, nikipray nikilia. Because it was the first time, it was too much, and I was not understanding how strangers can have all this bile and all that. So I went through that, and I've gone through it to a point of where I am numb.
Non-reactionary sasa, hata hauna kitu kusema.
As in, hakuna kitu unaweza niambia leo kwa social media. Ati unitusi. Ati uko hivi. Kwanza nothing.
Umekuwa Taliban. You don't feel anything.
You have to grow it.
Okay.
And I think it's a very important phase to reach as a leader.
Yeah.
Because like our president, who is my big role model, nini hajawahi ambiwa under the sun. Na bado yuko. Na seti kama ule former president wetu akahepa social media kwa sababu hiyo story.
Yeah. Ushai consider kutoka social media?
Siwezi toka social media. Mimi napenda watu aje. Mimi siwezi toka social media. In fact, when you're so used to people talking, wakinyamaza mpaka you're concerned now. So it's not right. There are laws against it, and I know not everybody is strong like me. But people don't know that there are laws about it.
Yeah, of course.
Kama nyinyi hii media house yenyu, Saturday muliamka tu, mkaandika story ati there are 12 legislators who are facing criminal charges, the wash and something else. And then you go ahead and name them. But the picture that you have used is my picture. A story that has totally nothing to do with me. And today, leo tu wakili wangu atawaserve.
Well, yeah, actually, I don't know who came up with that article.
Lazima mnilipe.
Okay, so let me ask you, by the way. Imefanya umekuwa protective over the people that you love, for example, your children, your parents, marelani, your friends?
Yeah, definitely. I talk to my daughter, my firstborn daughter, she's 8. There are things they tell us. Yani, juju tu kuna vile namwambianga inakuanga hivi. When you're in the limelight, people are this, they'll say lies, so that when she comes across it, before mimi before ni discuss na yeye, already ashaambiwa na mama yake, watu udanganya ama watu na bitterness na mtu akiwa maybe successful ama akiwa out there for no reason at all. So I make her understand. And the other person I really try to talk to before things get anywhere is my dad, because ataona tu kama atatumiwa tu.
Can we talk about your love life? Are you okay about that? Are you okay with that?
Right now, it does not exist. I don't have a love life.
Hauna love life. Okay, sir. Before I touch on that, phone lines iko open. Wase tupige simu 0719012700. If you have any questions for our guest, nominated Senator NYAMU, your chance is right now. Piga simu, lines are open, and pia nade kusoma ma comments one or two up hivi on social media. Nachiki. Okay, this one kuna sana this top of him story my jobs and everything. So clearly. Okay, good morning, Kev. Say hi to my senator. I really love her, even though sometimes she messes up in public places. Karen anipatie kazi tafadhali niko PO yake. Anyway, so kuna ambia Mhesh tulimpea kazi atuhudumie sio kwenda Dubai. Yes, okay. Guys are opening up hivi, and then acheki vocalist anasema, okay, people are just interested in a lot of your